Hello students, my name is Avinash and welcome to my nursing education channel, and today we are going to discuss about the blood flow through the heart. Okay, so let's start. So direction of blood through the heart. So as in the previous classes we already discussed about heart and what is the anatomical position and location of the heart and what are the different parts involved in the structure of heart. So our today's topic is direction of blood through the heart, means how blood uh, pump or blood flow throughout the heart. Okay, and what are the different events that required for flowing of the blood throughout the heart. Okay, so firstly, the all blood comes from the two major veins. Okay, two major veins. One vein comes from the head, means all the deoxygenated blood. It carry all the deoxygenated blood from the head, and another vein from the body, means all the deoxygenated blood get carried by this vein, okay, from all the body system. So the vein from the head is known as superior vena cava. Okay, the vein from the head is known as superior vena cava. Superior vena cava. Okay, and the vein from the body, means the vein that carry the blood from the body, is called inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava. So these two main veins carry the deoxygenated blood and drains into the right atrium. Okay, it drains the blood, deoxygenated blood, into the right atrium. And when right atrium filled with the blood, right atrium contraction occurs. Okay, means right atrium will contract, and due to the contraction of right atrium, intraatrial pressure rises. Okay, and due to the pressure rises in the intra atrium, in the right atrium, it will lead to the opening of the valves known as tricuspid valve, and these valves are situated between the right atrium and right ventricle. Okay, so these valves are known as tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve, and through the tricuspid valve, blood drains into the right ventricle. All the blood from the right atrium drains into the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve. Okay, and now right atrium relaxation happen, and with the relaxation of right atrium, it will lead to the decrease the pressure of right atrium and closing of the tricuspid valve. Okay, it will close with a decrease in the pressure, and now pressure rises in the right ventricle. Okay, so at the time of pressurizing in the right, contraction occur in the right ventricle, pressure rises, and due to this pressure, it will lead to the opening of the valve situated between the pulmonary trunk, this is the pulmonary trunk, and the right ventricle. Okay, and this valve is known as, what is it is a pulmonic valve. This is a pulmonic valve. This is a pulmonic valve, and due to the increased intraventricular pressure, right ventricular pressure, the all blood of the present in the right ventricle through the pulmonary valve, it goes to the pulmonary trunk. Okay, and from the pulmonary trunk it goes to the pulmonary arteries, right pulmonary artery and left pulmonary artery. Right pulmonary artery transport the blood to the right lung. Okay, right pulmonary artery transport the blood to the right lung, and the left pulmonary artery transport the blood to the left lung. Okay, for oxygenation means uh, blood will get oxygenated at the level of air in the lungs. Okay, in a lung blood will get oxygenated. Okay, so these two arteries, pulmonary artery transport the blood to the lungs, and in the lungs at the alveoli level it get oxygenated, means the carbon dioxide excrete out from the blood and the oxygen get into the blood with the help of diffusion process. Okay, with the help of diffusion process, and means now the blood is oxygenated, means this blood is a oxygen rich blood, and this blood come back into the heart from the four pulmonary veins. Okay, for the four pulmonary veins, and these veins drain all oxygenated blood in the left atrium. Okay, drain the blood in the left atrium, and when left atrium filled with the oxygenated blood, it will contract, and when it contracts, intra-atrial pressure rises, and due to this pressure rises, it will lead to the opening of the valve that are situated between the left atrium and left ventricle, and these valves are known as bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve. Okay, and through the bicuspid valve, the all blood drains into the left ventricle. Okay, all blood, oxygenated blood drain into the left ventricle, and what will happen? Left ventricular contraction occur. Okay, now left ventricular contraction occur, and it will lead to the pressure rises in the left ventricle, and due to this pressure it will lead to the opening of the valve that is situated between the aorta and the left ventricle here, and this valve is known as aortic valve. This is a aortic valve, and through the aortic valve, okay, through the aortic valve blood goes to the aorta. Okay, so this is the aorta, and aorta is further divided into the ascending aorta, arch of aorta, descending aorta, and abdominal aorta, and further divided into the sub branches uh, to transport the blood to all our body system, all our organ and every. So this is all about blood flow through the heart. Thank you for the listening, and stay tuned with this channel. Thank you very much.